that I've been getting recently is I don't want to train virtually. Have you ever said to yourself, like, oh, I can only train in person because that's the way that I learn best? Or I don't have the space to be able to train virtually. However, this could be your brain just making up excuses to keep you safe and from showing up for yourself. Your brain is wired to have the path of least resistance. And while you might think that training virtually may be less of a resistance, sometimes our own thoughts are the things that get in our own way and prevent us from moving forward and actually succeeding. Telling yourself that you don't want to train virtually could mean I just want to have accountability, or I want to be in person because I want support, or you may be thinking I want to feel connected to other people, or I want to know that I'm actually going to follow through. And just because a training is virtual does not mean that you do not get all of those things if you are put in the right environment. So a environment that's too easy for you is the wrong environment, and an environment that is too hard for you is also the wrong environment. You want to know how a flower actually blooms? It blooms in the right environment. And if you're in an environment that's too easy for you, it's toxic for you. And also, if you're in an environment that's too hard for you, it is also toxic. And so finding the right environment versus finding the easiest environment is ultimately what you want to be looking for when you're training to make it onto an NBA or NFL dance team. We often think about convenience, and that honestly is not the best filter. So if you are taking a class at home, you have roommates, or you have someone who lives below you, or you have a small space, are you willing to do whatever it takes to make it onto a team and do what's best for you? Or are you only willing to do what is the easiest for you? Because it's easy to find a class and go to class. It's also easy to show up virtually and take class. You get to choose. You could also say that it is hard to get in your car and leave. And you can also say that it's hard to take classes when you have X, Y, and Z working against you. You get to choose how you think of every single part of this process. And there are some amazing classes out there. There are. That you can take in person, you can learn, you can get choreography retention. And there are some resources that you just are not going to be able to get depending on where you live and the programs that are accessible to you. And at TCC, for our programs, we bring in the best of the best choreographers. You're learning from directors themselves, head coaches of dance teams, and the choreographers who actually put routines on teams. They live in Florida, they live in Albuquerque, they live in New York, they live in San Francisco, they live in Fresno. If you live in Texas, you're not getting access to those people unless you go to those different areas. And so being able to have the access to train virtually is such a luxury. The way that you have your mindset around it, it is such a luxury because you get to learn from people that you would have never been able to learn from. Get in front of people that you would never been able to get in front of and get feedback from people that you would have never have been able to get feedback from. That is way better than, oh no, I'm good. I just don't want to train virtually. What? Don't fight for your limitations. I'm going to say it again. Don't fight for your limitation. The things that are holding you back, you can fight for them all day long. Oh, but this and this. You know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing excuses. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Do you want to make an NFL team? Do you want to make an NBA team? Do you want to make it to finals instead of semifinals this year? If that is what you want, you will be willing to do anything and everything in your power to make it onto that team. Yes? So don't let a barrier that shouldn't exist be the thing that is blocking you from getting the results that you're looking for. Yeah? And the question is not, is this convenient? Is this the best environment that is going to help me get to where I want to go? That is what you need to be asking yourself. Do you want to work with the best, or do you want to work with the most convenient? You have to ask yourself that. Do you want to get coached and give feedback, or do you just want to have a hobby and take dance classes? Both are great. Dance classes and hobby is not going to get you onto a team. I have seen amazing technically trained dancers get cut at semifinals. And you know what? They had to work their butts off for an entire year to make it onto the team or to even make it to finals. I've also seen dancers who worked their butt off, got themselves in the right environment, and honestly didn't think that they were going to make their first year. And they made it because they stayed laser focused on the goal. Put your blinders on and do the next best thing. What do I need to do to improve X? What do I need to do to improve Y? It's no longer, oh, that delivery method doesn't work for me. Oh, I have class at that time. Oh, I'm busy. I have this. I have heard every single excuse in the book. And I can make a case for every single reason why you still need to show up. Too busy? How are you going to make it onto the team if you're too busy at night and you can't take class? What are you going to do? You're going to have to become very good at time management. You don't want to take virtually? You know what? Actually, one of our dancers who's in our program, she said that everyone should train virtually because it has made her a much better dancer in person. So she takes tons of classes. She has in person and she has virtual. And she said virtual has made me such a better dancer in person because I've become less reliant on those around me. If you're wanting to have memory retention, dancing on your computer screen without someone in front of you or the people in your peripheral vision to help guide you, to help you remember, that is the best thing that you can possibly be doing for yourself because you don't have other people around you when you're training virtually. It helps you push yourself past your comfort zone to get you to remember and figure out, how am I going to remember this? How am I going to remember? You got to rely on yourself. And that is going to set you up for success when you go to auditions, because then you're going to be locked in and not needing to rely on those who are around you. I want you to take your notebook. I want you to actually say, okay, what are the thoughts that I'm having that are holding me back? So, oh, I just don't train virtually. Why? Write them down. Write them down and see what comes up for you. It will be very eye-opening as to the reasons that you come up with, and are these fact? Are these things that can be held up in a court of law? Or is it your opinion and your thoughts and your feelings about the situation that are holding you back? That will be so helpful for you. And truly, the environment is what creates your results. And I know I said the wrong environment won't help you bloom. And you may think, okay, I just told you, I don't want to train virtually. But that is not the environment. That is you making a blanket statement of what you feel because you don't want to do something. Want and need, very different things. I need to do X, Y, and Z to get me to blank. You need to take technique class every single week. Just so happens that you can do that virtually. You could probably do it in person too. But what if you had an unlimited resource of being able to take as many classes as you possibly could and learn from as many people as you could? Those are ultimately the things that you were looking for, and the environment for accountability, the environment to be coached, the environment for feedback. There's not many classes that you can take that you get feedback. And so either you want feedback, you might be hiding from feedback, honestly. You either want feedback so you can grow, so you can improve, so you can get better. You want to stay the same. And that's okay. But making it onto a dance team, you are not going to be able to stay the same person. Even once you make it onto the team, 6 months in, you're going to be a different person. And so be prepared for the growth mindset that you need to have to just say yes to the opportunities that you're presented versus holding yourself back. If this is helpful for you, I would love to invite you to apply to one of our training programs. They are virtual, and we have helped over 100 dancers make it onto L and NBA dance teams. I danced for the Warriors for 7 seasons, the Phoenix Suns for a year, and I was the assistant coach for the Warriors dance team for 3 seasons and have been a judge or a coach for the past 8. And so I tell you this because I'm rooting for you. I want you to make it onto an NBA dance team or an NFL dance team, and I don't want you to hold yourself back from making your dreams a reality, because I know how amazing it's going to be for you, and I want it so bad for you, but you have to want it for yourself too. So if you do want it for yourself, I encourage you to apply for one of our programs. The website is cultivatecode.co/apply. I will also leave the link below in the show notes. And if you're like, I don't know what the best fit for me is, apply and we'll figure it out together. You can also DM me at the Cultivate Code on Instagram, and I will talk to you next week.